What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other things that we normally talk around the pit. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. You know what that means. You can't start the barbecue week without starting on Monday. So let's go get into it. Let me just share the show real quick here onto my regular page. I hope y'all saw the post that we are back on Facebook and ready to roll there. Thank God. And there it is. Well, see, I'm a rookie. There we go. Share it there. Bingo. So that was quite a pain in the neck dealing with the no Facebook and getting bounced off of that. But hey, it's all fixed. We're good to go. So let's get into it. Today's show brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. Uncle Steve Shake, what can I say? Amazing guy and amazing seasonings. Uses the freshest of ingredients in all 17. That's right, 17 amazing flavors with the new Mi Amigo. Man, I'm telling you guys right now, between the Mi Amigo and the Magic Ribs, it's a walking combination, boys. Give it a shot. Uncle Steve's customer service is incredible. If you call the number, Steve's answering the phone. You send an email, Steve's getting that email. He even might call you or email you back if he has a question on your order. Have questions of your own you need to ask? Email, call. Steve will help you, have a conversation with you, walk you right into your flavor profile and any questions you might need. Check him out at UncleSteve'sShake.com and also on Facebook on the Uncle Steve Shake Nation page for all the latest and greatest updates of everything shake. Uncle Steve Shake, shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market. Oh, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. Let me tell you, Gabriel and his crew, man, it's a match made in heaven, that's for sure. Incredible products. All types of meat. You need a custom cut, a certain size, Gabriel will take care of it. If Gabriel doesn't carry a particular cut, he can get it for you. He'll work with you and get it for whatever your needs. Fresh produce brought in daily. For the weekend warrior and the competition guys, he's got you covered too. Got the rubs, sauces, seasonings, and also carrying now Smokey Woods barbecue products, which we will be getting into very, very shortly this evening. Feeling a little hungry while you're there? They got you covered. Step up to the counter. Gabriel's mom is behind the counter cooking up some of the freshest Mexican cuisines. You know, get a couple tacos, some menudo, and a bunch of other things that they serve on a daily. So check them out at Joe's Meat Market. Tell them I sent you. And remember, guys, Joe's Meat Market for the win. All right. It is good to see the red and blue dots again. It was such a pain and aggravation to have been knocked off of Facebook for them doing their little experiments. But let's see who we got. Bat, what's up? Randy, Frack Daddy, what's happening? Brother Rick, hello. Big Rome, what's up? Mad Max, Tom, what's happening? Here we go. Larry Vaughn. Good afternoon, sir. Daddy Dutch. What's happening, brother? Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. What's up? And scrolling. Oh, absolutely. And Rick's already in there. Smokey Woods has the perfect cut and seasoned wood chunks for my gravity smoker. Absolutely. Joe, what's up, brother? So, guys, tonight I am thrilled. I'm excited. I had a wonderful conversation Wednesday morning with this gentleman to get everything set up with tonight, and it did. We're gonna have a good old time. So, thank you all for tuning in, and you will enjoy. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, from Smoky Woods Barbecue, Mr. Jim Taylor. Jim, what's up, brother?
Man, thank you. Thank you for having us on, man. This is a big deal for Smoky Woods. We're thrilled about it, man.
Oh, thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. You know, we had a great conversation for ourselves a few days ago, and I can't imagine it's going to be anything less than that this evening. So, um, by the looks of it, you're in your truck, so you're a man on the road. You
I
know,
am
getting
coming to you
through everywhere.
live from our mobile headquarters. Yeah, I'm in southeastern Missouri right now, headed out to Monahans, Texas, for the West Texas Barbecue Bash this coming weekend.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, this is how we do it. It doesn't matter if we're in a studio, at a desk, in a room, or in a cab of a truck. We get it done any way, shape, or form.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so Jim, for anybody who doesn't know you personally, tell us a little bit about Jim Taylor, and then afterwards, then we'll get into Smoky Woods Barbecue.
All right, cool, man. I'm a married grandpa of 10, and my beautiful wife Penny. Between the two of us, we've got 10. She's got some on her side, and I got some on my side, and we all came together 12 years ago now. So it's
Hey,
that part's really good. Um, I live just north of Fort Worth in Azle, Texas. Of course, our facility is way up in Wisconsin, so I just stay in the DFW, Texas, Oklahoma, wherever in the country, but that's where I'm based at in the DFW area. Um, I grew up out in the country in Cedar Creek Lake area and in the Maybank area of Texas, and grilling was always one of the things, man. My dad firing up the Weber kettle and cooking some chicken or doing steaks when we had that. It's just always been a fun part of my entire growing up life. And he got into smoking back when I was 11 years old. We bought him his first smoker for his Father's Day, and that just kind of started the wheels, man. Uh, I did my first brisket start to finish when I was 11, so I've been at it for a while, man.
yeah, I'd say so. You really brought up with it, like I said, with me in particular, I wasn't brought up with the barbecue and the smoking. Up here in the Northeast, we call it a barbecue. Hey, we're having a barbecue, but it's grilling. It's hot dogs, hamburgers, sausage, chicken, steak, but it was on 99% of it was on a gas grill, high temp, direct flame, and it was doing that way. My mother was the grill master of the family, and Like you and I, we had talked about my mom a little bit earlier in the week, and she was an incredible cook. And to try to avoid any lightning bolts shooting through the window right now, sorry, Ma, but the truth is she couldn't grill worth shit. I didn't know. I didn't know a steak could come not well done. Whenever I had that first steak and heard someone say, "Yeah, can I get that medium rare?" What is that? What's medium rare? you know, um, but it was all good, and but then later on in life, I got into the barbecue aspect of it. Now, you obviously grew up with your father, uncles, grandfathers, all cooking on the grills, cooking over charcoal, cooking over hardwoods. Um, you did your first brisket, you said at 11. Well, man, Jim, you were just off and running. Now, granted, it is a huge part of Texas.
Fair.
It's football and barbecue. Sometimes you can flip either one, you know, but um so you've been doing it since you were a child, and I'm jealous. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, where along the line, did you get into competition? On competition scene, and
Sure.
about what age did you jump into that?
We my oldest, I lived in South Florida for 7 years, and my oldest son and his daughter or his wife lived out there at the same time, and we all moved back in the summer of 2010. And I think it was 10. I think it was that very first year that we were back in the fall. We did a real small competition that they have out in Rockwall, Texas. I say real small. At that time, it was running probably 45 or 50 teams. And we did that. Uh, had fun. I don't know that we did very good, but we had fun with it. It was good, having being together with my boys and my brother, and doing that kind of stuff. And so we did it, and Derek talked about all this on our founder story on our website. And we did a couple more, um, and just really really dug it. It's so much fun. It's challenging. It is. If nobody's ever done a big competition where you're doing a lot of multiple meets and different entries, it is a beating, but it sure is fun when you get done with it and while you're doing it.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's like, whoo. So you got into the competition side of it, and you just found the passion of it. And when we were talking, like I said, I'm gonna it's gonna be very repetitive of our conversation we had earlier last week.
sure.
Getting into barbecue and the competition side of it is a true blessing that we both agreed on, because of the friendships, the relationships, the brotherhoods, the sisterhoods that we've created, or barbecue had given to us. To know that I could go to almost any state in the union and know somebody. And it just blows my mind, that we're all in it together. We're all looking to always help each other out in any way, shape, or form. And it's just been a blessing.
Yeah, it is. You know, I'm active in several different groups. social media groups and whatnot of different interests, from RVing to fishing to whatever. And the barbecue community is unlike any other community that there is out there. The kind of camaraderie and helpfulness that takes place. You go to a competition, and yeah, it's a competition. Everybody's there to win. But if you need something, the team next to you is fixing to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It can be as small as an injector or as big as a brisket because yours didn't show up in time, and somebody is going to take care of you. And that's what barbecue is about, man. It just brings people together.
100%, 100%. And yeah, I've been in that situation that people come up to me, hey, do you have a quarter cup of cooking oil? I'm like, a quarter cup? No, I got a whole goddamn bottle. Take what you want. Take what you need. And
Yep.
I've been on the end of that of, hey, you got a measuring cup. Oh, I screwed up. I didn't make enough for, you got some measuring spoons, or hey, you got an extra roll of foil. So give and take either side of it. And I'm always willing to help, and everybody's always willing to help me. It ain't Jim. It ain't like them old days that ain't nobody. They.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People putting up cardboard trying to hide what they're doing over there.
Yep, and
Yeah,
the
it's a
lips
it's a
were
different
sealed.
yeah, it's a different ball game and it's better.
Yeah, and the times have changed. um, Technology for sure has changed that. Between all the different platforms and the videos out there, um, you know, hop on YouTube and type how to cook a brisket, and good luck jumping in that rabbit hole
Yeah.
because you're gonna be there for a while. And you look at it in each one's it's beautiful because each one's different. Whatever protein you're looking for, whatever video you find, that is how that particular content creator does theirs. So I cook my chicken thighs a certain way, you cook yours a certain way, and somebody else next to us, so go through all three and kind of make something your own or experiment and try, which one works for you and your program. But it's awesome. And like I said, we both agreed that the barbecue community is truly a family, and we are blessed to be part of it.
Yeah, no question, man.
So now you're getting into it. We're getting further down the line. Where did Smoky Woods Barbecue originate? I suppose before the company, or was it the company? And hey, we need a name for the company.
That's a really good question. The company, the facility, the mill up in Crivets, Wisconsin is where we are. And my son Derek is the one that owns our company, my middle son. And Derek got presented with this opportunity a couple of years ago after realizing and noticing, there's so many good quality. I'm looking at Uncle Steve's in the background there, rubs and sauces out there in the market. And he noticed that there wasn't that same consistency and that level of quality in any of the wood products, any of the fuel stuff. So he really got into, digging into those processes, and he got presented with an opportunity with this company they were doing like some private label stuff for, a couple of companies. It wasn't really a big operation.
Mm-hmm.
And but they had a really good process for some of the things that they were doing. So a couple of years ago, in May of 22, we Derek acquired the assets of that company and bought them out. We started building the Smokey Woods retail brand pretty much immediately after getting that situated and things nailed down, and started developing at that point the brand and the packaging, looking into uh, quality packaging, because that's one of the areas where wood and charcoal fuels in the stores is just lacking in the packaging. It rips, it tears, it leaks. Or if it's a wood package, it's just a clear bag with some kind of label on it. And um, the next thing you know, we've got our full line card, and we offer everything: chips, chunks, sticks, charcoal, pellets. We've got the full line of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You got it all covered. You know, the chips, the chunks, the pellets, the sticks, charcoal. You know, sticks, sticks and chunks are my go-to.
Sure.
For because I'm an offset cook, so I throw. That's what I do. I throw sticks all night long. And you
Yes,
need a
sir.
little. You need an extra little boost. That's where my chunks come in, and also throwing down on that Weber kettle.
Oh, for
Throwing a
for
chunk
sure.
here and there for getting the flavor. So we got those, and we'll get into that in a minute. Um, but like I had said to you, Jim, I asked that first question really, and then it just leads, and Big Rome shows out again. When it comes to Woods products, what's the thing you're most proud of?
When it comes to the products, the consistency that we're able to produce. We spend some extra money and made some extra investment to come up with the process that we do in order to get consistency in the size and the moisture content of the wood that you're trying to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it doesn't matter if you're cooking in a kitchen on a La Cornue gas range, or if you're cooking on a pit outside. If you're going to be a good cook, you have to be able to do it over and over and over again. Repeat the cook that you just did. And it's impossible to get consistent, good cooks with inconsistent product.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're using Uncle Steve's shake. It better be the same shake that you used last time, because if not, it's going to throw your whole balance off. So we depend on professionals like Steve and Rome with his line, and my buddy Don Murphy at Paradise Pepper Co. He's a great example. He's got 3 rubs, and he doesn't have 17. He probably will by the time he's done, but man, his 3 rubs are ridiculously good. You know, so that's what we decided, that we need to come up with something with a quality like that in the wood sector.
Mm-hmm.
And so the consistency of our chunks and our sticks, I think, is the thing that I'm most proud of when it comes to the actual product itself. Our chunks, you open the bag, they all look the same. They're 2 by 2 by 3. You open the bag of our sticks, they all look the same. They're 3 by 3 by 8. It's and they're all going to arrive at the the preferred range that we have determined for moisture content, our wood's going to start up quick. It's going to get to embers, which is where you want to cook good. It's going to burn long and it's going to burn even. And that's what I'm proud of, man.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, that consistency, that's really consistency and patience are the two real top keys to barbecue. And, that fire management and with the consistent size wood going into the fire, you're not going to get an extra jump because this split you have is twice the size of the one you threw before. And I did a lot of wood processing myself for the wood I use. So I had the splitter and I was breaking them down from rounds and trying to get about the same thickness and width diameter for each of my splits. And, as you know, that's a lot of work.
It's not an easy process, is it?
No. And like we also said, being up here in the Northeast, we're kind of handcuffed. We don't have the Joe's Meat Markets, the barbecue outfitters, the Lone Star Grill Shop. We don't have
Sure.
these shops around. We have our hardware stores, Ace, True Value, and then we got the two big boys, the orange ones and the blue ones.
Yeah.
And that's what, if we don't process our own or have someone who does the processing, that's what we're handcuffed with. And for the most part, okay. I get the surprise phone call from the missus on Saturday going, "Hey, any chance you can do a brisket for tomorrow?" "Yeah, sure." "Okay, what do I need?" Trying to figure out what I have here. And I'll stop by one of the stores and I'll grab a bag of wood. What I have noticed since 17, 18 is the consistency of the wood. So we're paying, call it, you're paying anywhere now from $25 to $30 for a cubic foot of splits. Okay.
There you
Let's
go.
just say that. And I'll get in there and I'll start throwing splits and I'll come to one that's a good size because nothing's even in those bags. It just fills that 1 cubic foot thing. If they could throw one log in there for 1 cubic foot, they would, and slap the label on it and with the price tag. But I always will get that one piece of wood, and it's always a good size, and it will not burn. They're all kiln drying. They go on through the process. This thing just sits there and smolders. It almost like it absorbs the damn heat, but that's it. So it's sucking the heat out of my chamber. It's putting up dirty smoke, and it's like, okay, I'm out another $8 because now that chunk is sitting there burning or smoldering in my driveway, and I'm on to another piece. So the consistency has done, and that's going. I'm not going to say the name, but it
Sure.
is a bigger name that has been around in both the wood and charcoal avenues. I've used I use a couple different charcoals, but they're one of the ones I've used when I can find it. And I love their charcoal, but it's just their wood products have dropped in quality. And you had told me the story, and please tell everybody the story of, okay, I'm the business owner, Jim. Okay, so
Okay.
I have my bag of sticks and stones, smoking woods. You're coming in with the Smoky Woods products. Tell everybody what you do to sell me on your products. I thought this story was tremendous.
Well, it'll cost me 11 or 12 bucks, but I'll go over to their shelf and buy one of those brands that you're talking about, any one of them, and I'll bring it back. I go to the counter and pay for it, and I'll pull out my pocket knife and cut that bag open and dump it out on the counter. And then I'll cut my bag open and dump it out and just not say a word, just let them sit there and let them be the first to talk. And it's usually, okay, what do we need to do to get it brought in?
Oh, whenever you told me that, I was laughing about that all week. Oh, that was fantastic. But like we had said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You
That's
have
exactly it.
their product versus your product for a comparison, and your product is speaking volumes to what they're looking at on the whatever they're already carrying on the shelves.
Makes that
So
decision easy for them.
yes, it's a no brainer to bring your product in. Um, oh, where the hell was I going next? I got a little sidetracked here. What is it? Oh, Christy, how are you, darling? Ken Smith, how are you, sir? Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Um, you have the woods, you got the charcoal. You also have the line of rubs and sauces. Now, was that in the original, I guess, model for the business, or was the wood first and then you decided to, hey, let's throw some of this stuff we're making into bottles and give it a shot?
We already had those for um, our come and smoke it competition team, and so and they were already branded under come and smoke it. So we
Mm-hmm.
took those and rebranded to bring everything under the Smoky Woods umbrella. Um, Super proud of those, by the way. Our all-purpose, which is like a pork and chicken rub, finished 29th this year in the out of 227 for the best rub on the planet at
Oh,
the
wow.
American Royal. And it really is a phenomenal rub. Our beef rub is it's the prettiest rub that I've ever seen in a bottle. We use 16 mesh and um, crystal kosher salt, along with our garlic and the other fresh ingredients that we have in there. And it makes just a gorgeous bottle of shake. Um, for brisket, steak, anything beef right there. And our our sauce is legit one of, if not my favorite bottled, you know,
And that's
publicly
the
sold sauce. Yeah.
and that's the
Um,
Midwest made.
Midwest made. It is, you'll notice in the bottle, it's a thinner sauce. I like that. It makes a prettier finish, and it's a lot easier to do two thin. It's just like the same principle with painting. Do a couple of three or four light coats instead of one big heavy one where you don't get
Mm-hmm.
globs and stuff like that. But it's got a really nice tang to it without being one of those just vinegary sauces. Um, it's reminiscent of a really good Tennessee red, really
Okay.
nice smooth sauce. And
All right.
yeah, all of those are available to all of our dealers, whether they're the independents like Joe's Meat Market and Torres Meat House, Barbecue Outfitters that you were talking about, or even through our partnership with Ace, through the Ace stores.
Oh, very good, very good. And Roman saying seasonings are great, and barbecue sauce pairs well with Big Wicks.
Oh,
So we were
yeah.
talking about Big Wicks sauces, and oh man, yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
Wes has an incredible product on his hands.
Oh, no question, man. And what a huge help he is to me personally and to our company. He's one of our brand ambassadors, as is Big Rome, and just super proud to have both those guys on our team. Um, Among a whole lot of other people that we we have on our ambassador team, I'm really really proud of the team that we've built in such a short amount of time.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and there's Uncle Steve. What's up, brother?
Big Steve Brown.
Yep. And Joe is saying I have picked up cherry wood 20-pound bags. Not a lot for $12 to $15 from Menards, but it burns pretty quickly. Most of the time, I need 3 bags. That's the other thing I found is a lot of them, you know, you'll have the ones that are smoldering and won't burn, or the rest of it just poof, it's gone. Lights up like a firecracker and it's done.
Yeah,
There's no now do you guys run any type of testing
absolutely.
on the woods?
We test our wood every single day. Every day we have a process wherein uh, one person is assigned to that, and that job is that person's every day. We track the temperatures in our kilns. We track the moisture in the wood. We we make sure that we source wood. One of the things that leads to that wood that just and burns up in no time is they're not sourcing they're not sourcing fresh timber. They're sourcing old wood that's been down for who knows how long, and
Hmm.
then when they process that and then throw it in a kiln, they burn up. And some of these, you just burn up all of the essence when you do that.
Yeah.
Um, that's why we are so careful with the steps that we take. And our product, we go above the 165 threshold that the USDA requires for 90 minutes. And that ensures that our product is pest free and pesticide free. So any retailer or any homeowner, consumer, you don't have to worry about bringing a bunch of bugs into your home or into your
Hmm.
store. And you can always be assured that everything we source and the way we treat the wood at our facility is pesticide free.
Oh, very good, very good. Michael Ray, what's happening? Tablitas for the win, that's sure. Christy wants me to call her darling again. Christy, hi darling. Juke Moreno, what is up, brother? Long time, man. Thanks for tuning in. Now, Jim, you do a lot with the high school barbecue teams down there.
We
What
do.
got you? What got you into that? Because they're awesome.
It,
I love what they're doing. They're the future of our sport and what we do. How did you get into working with them?
Before Smoky Woods, when the opportunity had gotten presented to Derek, but he hadn't purchased it yet, considering the buying the mill and the facility and what might happen with it, and Derek said at that point, because Derek grew up as an athlete, he was always involved in extracurricular stuff, whether it was little league, when he got into to school sports. Then he was always into those sports, football, baseball, basketball, that he wasn't that crazy about. And and then in the academic groups, one act play and FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, and so forth. So for him, the competition and bringing it together was just kind of a natural fit. So he and I are sitting out on his back patio before this company was even a thing, smoking a couple of good cigars and having a nice pour of some bourbon. And we're mulling this over and said, man, wouldn't it be awesome if someday we got to a place where we could support like this high school barbecue stuff that's coming in to its own. And here we are less than 2 full years later, and we're there, and it's happening. And we are partnered with the High School Barbecue Association in a bigger way. They have a bigger commitment from us for this season, and we're just thrilled to be a part of that organization now and moving forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. The the smile it must put on your face more so than everything to see the kids learning, enjoying, showing the true passion, for cooking barbecue in general, but also on the competition side. It's really building character, is what it is, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's no question. At the competition in Round Rock last year at the state championship, there were 101 teams that qualified for state. 98 from all over the state of Texas. 98 of those teams registered and showed up and competed. And we, as sponsors, were given the opportunity to address the teams before the competition at the start. And one of the things that I stress to them is, man, you're learning so much. You're learning, starting at the very front of it, you're learning, some of you, how to build a pit, because some of those teams build their own pit.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning fire management. You're learning how to build a proper fire, how to build a coal bed. You're learning how to build recipes, but get away from the cooking and you're learning so much more. They're learning about organization and logistics and budgeting and planning and scheduling. They're equipped for whatever job they're going to do because of the training they get in the barbecue competition sector.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And sorry, Jim, because I knew this, and I told you this one was going to happen. If anybody's interested, it is currently 10-7 Jets over the Bills. Thank you, Dutch, for keeping everyone abreast on the ESPN ticker. But yeah, like I said, I'm crazy enough to go against Monday Night Football, so I got no shame. I don't care. I'll go up against, bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I'm surprised you can even sit in the chair because they're so big. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And something I saw out there at that competition, there's 100 teams there, every one of them from with 6 to 10 or 12 team members, plus the mentors and stuff. So there's a lot of people out there, a lot of students. And you and I talked a little bit about those students that tend to get lost in schools. They're the ones that just don't fit in. They're not the jock, they're not the prom, going back to Breakfast Club, to the prom queen. They just don't fit in. And that that competition parking lot at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock was absolutely packed with every kind of kid that is represented in a school. I mean, there were football players, there were ag kids, there were cheerleaders, there were, you know, the whatever they called them, the deadhead or whatever they called them
Mm-hmm.
in the movie. They were there. They found a place in that group, and it's just really an amazing thing the way it's going on.
Oh, absolutely. And Steven Dixon throws it out great. Future pit masters for sure.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know,
I I saw what they were turning in. They're not future pit masters. Those are pit masters out there right now.
they've
Max, you
arrived.
Max saw some of the stuff. He was out there helping. He and Rome came out and did most all of the cooking for me that day out there, where I could do what I do, and that's BS with people mostly. Um, but yeah, Max, you saw what those young people were turning in, and it's amazing the quality of stuff they're turning out.
Oh, for sure. For sure. They're just watching the stuff for the well, shoot, even around here on some of ours we have, we're really big on every competition at least trying to get a kids queue going for it.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes we'll get enough people, sometimes not. It is what it is. But just like anything else, a child gets teamed up with a mentor, or you know, your son or daughter with you, or the one we do a lot. I was unable to cook this year in it. Is we have a up in Hiram, Maine, in August, usually mid August. The Cora Care Kids Ride. It's a competition that benefits the Shriners and the Shriners hospitals, and there's a giant kids queue side of it, and a majority of the kids cooking are Shriners patients,
oh
so that
man,
the
that's
kids
awesome.
want to cook, and they team up with one of the competing teams. Um, and it is awesome. The smiles on the kids' faces. Last year, I was teamed up with this young man, Carter, and smile from ear to ear, Jim. From the
Yeah.
time he got there to the time he left, just enjoying every aspect of it. Now we got paired up so a couple weeks beforehand. So we were talking back and forth, me, him, and his dad, Bo, and trying to come up with, okay, we're cooking chicken. What do you want to do? So we're trying to figure it out. And man, we came up with a style of chicken and waffles that I have this little waffle maker. I don't even know. Yeah, I suppose it is a waffle maker. My wife and kids use it to do eggs for breakfast sandwiches. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
probably, 6, 7 inch diameter. And we tested it. And if you took it right out of the maker, you could slice the top off and then stick a knife and make a pocket out of the waffle.
Ooh.
So we had fried the chicken breasts up, had that all seasoned, ready to go. And we would take the waffle and turn it into a pocket. So we'd stuff it with the fried chicken strips. Hit that with Uncle Steve's sweet dessert shake, and they had his father had brought in some fresh homemade maple syrup from Maine.
Holy
Pop
cow.
that on. Oh man, was it good? Seventh place kids queue. So he's running up there to get a ribbon, and it was so heartwarming. Just to see the joy on their faces, and at that point they're hooked.
Oh yeah.
They can't wait for the next one. They can't wait to cook, and I'll get a message here and there. Oh yeah, we did some burgers this weekend, and he was throwing them around, and it's great. It's great. But yeah, the kids are the future of what we do, and Big Rome making me hungry. I'm telling you, brother, these were good. These were good. Yeah, exactly. Awful for sure. Chris, what's up? Simon, what's up? But yeah, definitely the kids are the future for what we do, and we got to bring them up the right way. And I love that the Texas high schools are getting involved, and we need to get the reach out further.
Yeah, no
A
question.
lot more states and stuff like that. Now, you've been in the business for some years now. How did you become, and part two, what's it like to be one of the official sponsors of the American Royal?
Um, Man, you talk about humbling. When we first, Ed Kolazinski is our CEO of Smokey Woods, and Derek has been involved in SCA and KCBS for quite some time, and IBCA to a bit. And when he and Ed started working with the Royal team 3 years ago, this will be our third year to be the official wood sponsor. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" And next thing I know, I get this call from Derek, months later, and it came together. And he called me up and he said, "That's it, we're in." And man, it's just such a huge thing, if you to be at the Royal, you're out there at the Speedway. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and there's you know four, five, 600 smokers getting fired up with everything from mesquite to maple to apple to you name it, and it's just awe inspiring. And then pulling into the thing and you see our name and our banner up there on the fence. It was like, how in the hell did we get right here?
Oh, for sure. It's, one of the granddaddies of them all,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So, yeah, okay, humbling. That's a great answer. That's a great answer, to be part of that, and, the simple magnitude of it, the amount of teams, you're floating well over, probably now closer to 600 teams,
Yeah, I think
than the
last year there
past
was like
years.
635 or something last year,
Yeah.
I think. Um, yeah, it's and humbling is one word. Another word is kind of scary, because there is a lot that that goes into putting that whole thing together, and you know getting the getting our presence in through our brand and through our marketing through our marketing firm, the Rally Company out of Milwaukee, who's done a phenomenal job all the way through the building of Smokey Woods. They built the brand, they built the colors, they built the logos, uh, every bit of it. And with them getting the pushes out and all the stuff that we need to make the orders come in, that because it has to be somewhat feasible for us to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and arranging the shipments down, in addition to getting our rig, which is what I'm transporting right now, to all these different events. It's a lot that goes into moving into each one of these things, wherever it's at in the country.
Oh, what is this, Rome? You can order Smoky Woods for Royal and they will deliver. That's awesome sauce.
Yep, there's a link on our Facebook, on our Instagram. There's one on my personal one. Uh, Go right there. We're getting orders, just, 25, 30 a day right now for teams getting their wood ordered. And that's one less thing they have to transport. They show up there. We bring it right to the site. And again, they know what they're cooking with.
Oh, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got a
definitely one
golf
less
cart.
thing.
We've got a golf cart rented out there, and typically Ed drives it, and one of us or one of our ambassadors will roll with them, and they'll just go from site to site and make the deliveries, man. Just like the Amazon guy, man.
Oh, that is awesome. That's great. Oh, the Royal, that. So you're coming along there, Jim.
We're
Baby
making
steps.
we're making some headway a little bit at a time.
Oh man.
One of Yeah, we had. Um, and to Rome's point while ago about the ordering, um, they can make those orders up. I think it's up through the 25th. Uh, I'd have to look at the thing. I think it's through the 25th, and get that stuff dropped. So it's a big deal for everybody.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Daddy Dutch uh might have to order some and pick it up at the Royal. Absolutely, Dutch.
Come on over, and also everybody that pre-orders their wood, um, that pre-order gets you automatic access to our private party on Friday night. And it's
Oh, there
it's
you
not
go.
gonna it's not gonna be a tame one, folks. It's gonna be a good one.
those are the best ones.
It's gonna kick off with Wheeze Calhoun, Wheeze's Groovin' Barbecue, doing a live fire demo on uh, leg of lamb tacos,
Oh.
and it'll roll into we're gonna have a General So's pork belly that we do. That recipe came to me via Steve Blunt up at Local Craft Barbecue in Newark,
Yep.
Texas. Y'all go check them out, man. That is some killer barbecue up there. And Steve is just an incredible chef. And he made this General So's pork belly for me and my buddy Don one day up there, and it just blew me away. And we kind of adapted. He gave me permission to use it. We kind of adapted it for big volume serving, like what we did at the Ace Show in August, or what we'll be doing at the Royal. And it's just a phenomenal bite. It really is. And then we're going to have a little homage to Miss Tootsie from Snows. Uh, I'm going to be doing her pork steak, um, at our party at the
Oh,
Royal.
okay.
this is the she will be at this Royal. They are inducting her into the KCBS Hall of Fame this year.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
we're going to make sure we honor Miss Tootsie at our party.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just remember, Jim, no good story ever started with, so I was having a salad.
That's exactly right, man.
Oh, yeah, and there we go. It just shows, Big Rome, proud to be part of this great product. It's a Smoky Woods world, baby. Juke Moreno, great product. I used at the Enos, Texas competition, picked up 13th rib, 20 brisket in a strong field, about 60 teams.
Hey,
And
let me tell you, Juke can throw down some barbecue too, folks. He
that he can.
We lost my mom back in mid-September, and Juke did the barbecue for her going home celebration that we had, and it was fantastic, every bit of it.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Jim, I appreciate you, brother. I know you're doing this from the road, so we're we're playing with fire, as they say. But
Yeah,
I appreciate you, and I know there's probably a couple things that we talked about earlier last week that we didn't get to tonight. But some tells me there'll be a part two coming down the line at
I was going to
some
say, I
point if
guess
you're willing.
that's just a reason to come back, isn't it?
We're on the same page, brother. We're on the
There we
same
go.
page.
All right,
But
man.
thank you so much. Um, Congratulations on everything, the products, the Royal, everywhere the Smoky Woods is at and going to. Where can everybody find you social media wise?
Social media wise, we are at Facebook. We are and IG. We are Smoky Woods BBQ,
All right. Check them
and
out. Check
yeah,
the posts out. And if you're going to the Royal, get your orders in, because there's
get that
nothing like
stuff
going to a
ordered,
party,
man.
baby.
Yeah, come over and have a drink with us Friday night, man.
Oh, absolutely. But Jim, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Um, I already know right off the bat we're off to a great friendship. So
I
once
think
again,
so,
Bob
Johnny
comes
Mags.
through for us. But like I said, thank you for your time. Safe travels the rest of the evening till you get to where you're going. May everyone be with you in the travels. So appreciate you, brother. Travel safe, and I
Thanks,
appreciate your time.
thanks, J Mags. Appreciate you, brother.
No worries, brother. Jim Taylor, ladies and
Everybody,
gentlemen. Go
everybody
ahead,
out
brother.
there, peace, man.
Thanks, brother.
All right, we'll
Jim
see you.
Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Smoky Woods products. Check them out. Get some. Oh, great interview. Great time. Like I said, guys, it was so great to have the YouTube icon and the Facebook icon back. I'm back to all good. So sharing this out later in a little while is going to be back to simple. Get everybody together. What the hell did I just push on this fucking phone? Um, Thank you all. What the fuck? There it is. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Zach, what's up? Paradise Pepper Company, what's happening? Um, Next week, I am going to be joined by Mike McLeod of the World Food Championships. We're going to be talking about the upcoming World Food Championships out in Indianapolis this coming, I believe it's Veterans Day weekend. So that'll be good. See about everything that World Foods got going on. Gonna hopefully clarify a little rumor of the Sam's Club events they used to have back in the day for World Foods, but I'm hearing possibly might be making a comeback. So we'll get to the bottom of that. How they got involved with Famous Dave in the Famous Dave cook-offs that have been going on the past 2 years. Get you your golden ticket to World Foods. So tune in for that. Like I said, thank you everybody for tuning in. I just want to give one quick shout here. I know a couple of you guys know, but lost a good friend this week. I was friends with him and his son, Dan, my friend and Dan's father, a man by the name of Louis Tiant. Great guy. Cherished all the times I spent with him, having a couple steaks, a bunch of cigars over the years. A lot of people who know, obviously know El Tiante. He used to be a former pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Cleveland Indians, old number 23. But lost him this week, sadly, at the age of 83. But to Dan and his family, all the condolences, brother, heading your guys' way. And to Louis, if you're listening, brother, I cherished every moment and every puff of the cigars and hanging out with you at the shop down at Fenway, catching a game with you. But rest easy, sir. Thank you for the memories. But thank you guys for letting me get that out. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.